Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, the 25th, and the Scraptember prompt today is multiple alphabets. I think that's what it is. Mixed alphabets. So I've got a bunch of different alphabets here too. I also have some products and stuff that I picked out because I am going to scrapbook with Sunday night's mixed media background, which was alcohol ink. And those little X's that I tried to stamp off, they're very light. You can barely see them. Not sure if it's even going to come up on camera, but I am going to scrapbook this photo, and I'm sorry, this cracks me up. This was at my old Hobby Lobby store in California, where we got in the spring flamingles, and we had them all in the back room, and I took this picture and sent it to my family chat. So yes, there is that. Anyway, I've got product, everything's ready, I've got my prompt, so let's see what I can do. Okay guys, so I am going to start off by deciding I'm not cutting down this paper at all. Now I know I said yesterday that my plan was to cut it down and have a border, but I decided that I actually like this the way it is. It looks weird and funky, but you know, I'm a fan of the weird and funky, so I am going for it. Now I don't know why, okay, but I tried to get it to line up on two different edges of the paper. For some reason, 12-inch paper does not mean 12-inch paper everywhere. Have you guys noticed this? This is one of the things that drives me absolutely bonkers about the paper crafting industry. 12 inches is not 12 inches everywhere, right? Like, this is supposed to be a 9 by 12 Yupo paper, and my black cardstock is supposed to be 12 by 12. Obviously, one of them is lying because they don't match up, and it drives me insane. The same thing with 4 by 6 photos. So sometimes my 4 by 6 photos are not the exact same either, and when I'm putting them in a line across the page, there's little height differences. Drives me insane. Absolutely bonkers. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and put down a couple strips of washi tape. I have this sparkly purpley washi tape. I have a sparkly black washi tape. Whoa, Baltmer's. Okay. Maybe I should do some speaking exercises because I just totally, I don't know what I did, but I did some. The washi tape, purple sparkly, black sparkly, and this kind of, I don't even know how to describe this, but it is like uber purple washi tape. So I'm going to put those down in 3 strips. So I have the Yupo, and then the washi, and then the black cardstock. Now, I did think about adding washi tape to the right-hand side too, but I did not like that whatsoever. Ultimately, I really wanted to just show this background off. This is my problem, guys. I make a background that I really enjoy, and then I want to have that background kind of be the star of the show. And those of you that scrapbook solely for memory keeping might be shaming me from behind your computer screen, and that's okay. But scrapbooking for me is not just about the memory keeping. Scrapbooking for me is about playing with the pretty papers and the pretty stuff, and it's also of making my photos, you know, more exciting. It's not just about the memory keeping. That being said, we have gone back to the scrapbooks multiple times because people in our family remember things differently. So we have gone back to the scrapbooks and been able to say, yep, this is the way it happened. So the memories are definitely there, but it might not be my primary reason. And some layouts are definitely more memory driven, some are more decorative driven, and some are more photo driven. I've done layouts with no journaling whatsoever, and I've done layouts where the only thing that is on there is journaling and there's no photos. I've done layouts without photos. So really, it's just how you want to kind of memorialize that moment and do it the way that makes you happy. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to say about that today. So I went ahead and did up a bunch of photo mats here. I did... I'm sorry. It might be terrible of me to laugh at a photo of myself, but this photo cracks me up. So I did do a variety of photo mats, and I cut my photo down to 5.5 by 4 inches because I'm using 6-inch pattern papers, and you know, I want it to have a full mat around the photo. My original intention was to take those pink lined flowers, because they're on clear stickers, and put it over top of that purpley pink cardstock and place it down. But I wasn't a fan with how that looked, and I'm kind of doing this rule, quote unquote. I just did the little finger quotes for you in case you were wondering. Where if I pull something out, I got to use something at least once off of it. Now, it's not a hard and fast rule, just like any other rule in scrapbooking, but it is helping me use up things, right? Like, it is helping me use up the things. So that is exciting. So I felt like I needed to add that paper in there somehow, because I'm already using stuff out of the sticker book, so that's not a problem. But the paper... need it to happen. So I punched a circle out of it. Now, I know that's probably lame, but my rule, I can do what I want. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that piece of paper is in the bin. Like, I punched one circle out of it and it's in the bin. And it's in the bin for a couple of reasons. One, I still have a couple shades of this paper in my 8.5 by 11 rainbow paper holder, and it's starting to fade. Like, some of the color is fading around the edges, so it's not some sort of special amazing paper, so it's in the bin. But I used it and it's gone, so I'm counting that as a huge win. So the original flowers that I was going to go for, these pink lined flowers, didn't really go for what I wanted the look of the layout to be. And then the other flowers I thought would work didn't. Ultimately, I end up using these guys, and it's got a little bit of orange in it. Now, the first floral sticker that I pull out, and that little round floral sticker that I put that punched out circle in, I covered up the orange, right? I was like, I'm not putting orange on this page. This page doesn't need orange on it. However, I did put that clear sticker across the top of the photo, because honestly, that naked part of the photo was driving me crazy. And I did only trim it down a little bit, because I couldn't trim my photo to 4x4, because it would have cut off the flamingo's head and my head. So I decided to just go ahead and embrace that orange. So I've got that clear sticker across the top of the photo. It's got some orange on it. And then I put a sticker on a sheet of white cardstock, because these are very thin stickers, you guys. They are planner, like purpose for a planner. So they're super thin. So I just popped that up on there, and then I decided to put some pop foam under this bad boy to give it a little bit of lift. Now, I feel like I kind of have to make the right-hand side of the page as exciting as the left-hand side of the page, because even though the left-hand side of the page is completely flat, there's a lot going on over there. So I want a lot going on the right-hand side of the page as well. So I pop that up, and I strategically place it. I made sure that that green leaf covered up the edge of that purple and white photo mat. And then I decided I needed to cover up a little bit more of that paper that I punched out, so I added another sticker there, and I'm totally cool with how this looks. So now it's time to figure out the title. So the title is The Flamingles Escaped Today. Because we do call flamingos flamingles. Not every single time, just like I say purple and purper. So it's not every single time, but it is a reverse keyword. So I am going to figure out how I want to get that on there. So this, these stickers right here, the one where I'm pulling out the letters right now with that F. Sometimes these stickers to me look pink, sometimes they look purple. And it drives me crazy. And the reason why it drives me crazy is because Christopher, for some reason, has a difficult time between pink and purple. Like, on the regular, he's like, no, that's pink. I'm like, dude, that's purple. Or he'll say, that's purple. And I'm like, homie, that is pink. So, and I don't think it's not like a color blindness thing. He just sees it differently. And I always called him a weirdo, but then stuff like this happens where I'm like, is that pink or is that purple? And I'm like, okay, I totally see it, dude. Like, you're still a weirdo and I love you, but yeah. So I shared I guess a meme today that said, pray for my husband. Something like, pray for my husband. There's nothing wrong with him, but he has to deal with me and I'm a lot. So I felt like that's especially appropriate today after I'm telling you guys about how I basically shame him for his pink and purple mix up. But it's all in fun. I'm not, it's all in fun, guys. It's all in fun. Okay, so I am going to shut up about my husband and his pink and purple issues and talk about the title. So I end up like going around this circle a lot for this title, and basically it's just going to say the Flamingles escaped today. And since the Scraptember prompt was mixed alphabets, I think that this totally goes for it. There is a glitter alphabet, a blue alphabet. There is a word that has letters in it, which is an alphabet. And then I'm going to put on tiny little tile stickers that are going to be able to say the. So it'll say the Flamingles escaped today. I did send this picture in our family group chat. And that is Fambly, Fambly. I don't know if I've ever shared where Fambly has come from before, but many, many years ago when my parents were still married and my father was still alive, so this is a long, long time ago, I was a tot. I was probably 4 or 5-ish, and back then my grandfather drank, and my father drank, and they decided to drink beers together and tie themselves on a good one. And then my father put his arm around my grandfather and said, "Pop, are we family now?" And that has caused us, Christopher and the kids and I, to call our family Fambly. It's weird because my father died when the kids were very young. He died in January of 2004, and Lana was born in September of 2022. Oh my heavens, no. September 2002. So she wasn't even 2 years old yet. She doesn't remember him whatsoever. And Alex and Chloe have very, very scattered, tiny memories. But that part of my dad is still alive and well in our family. So there we go. Anyway, I decided to add a couple little extra bits around that. What is that thing even called? The little dangly thing. And then I'm going to glue down the letters off camera because, you know, that's not entirely exciting. And then I trimmed down the strings and covered up the tag hole so nobody knows it's a naked tag hole because it's got a D over top of it. So it's totally good, guys. Anyway, that is enough. I've run my mouth enough for the day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.